Factoring questions are a bit of an interesting animal because they're often rated as quite difficult, but they're not necessarily that hard if you learn a few of these best practices, which is exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video. So the practice that we want to talk about today is putting everything in prime bases. So what does that mean, prime bases? Well, anytime you see a number in a factoring question that's not actually a prime number, you want to make sure that you drop it into its prime factorization. So by the time you start actually moving the numbers around in a factoring question, you want to make sure that you're actually just moving around primes. It's going to make it much easier, in fact, for you to be able to compare the right side of the equation to the left side of the equation, which is often what you're trying to do with this type of question, as you'll see in this case. We're going to start with a question here that's actually relatively difficult, or at least it's rated as difficult, because I think factoring questions, once you understand the best practices, essentially, they will be fairly easy. Once you understand these basic practices, then you'll be able to do factoring questions with little trouble. So what that means is that you're going to be able to get questions correct that are rated fairly difficult with little trouble, actually. So this is a great skill to learn. So what you'll see here is that now you can distribute your values, so you can bring that 18 in. So I'm going to leave all of this on the bottom. We could theoretically flip these over, but it really doesn't make any difference. This is 1 to the m as well, by the way, but the 1 to the m, we don't need to write that because 1 to any power is 1. 5 to the m, we'll just leave that. This becomes 1 over 2 to the 36. Then the other side, of course, that 2 is 2 to the 1, so we'll just leave that one. And then that's 2 to the 35 times 5 to the 35. And then you'll notice that you can roll all of these 2's together. Okay, so that's 2 to the 1. 2 to the 35, so that's 2 to the 36, of course, times 5 to the 35. So once you do that, you see you've got 5 to the 35 here, and you've got 5 to the m over here. So we're just bringing the same thing down. This 5 to the m has to be the same as the 5 to the 35 because the 2 to the 36 and the 2 to the 36 balance out. We could cancel all of these things, but ultimately the m is going to be whatever the power of 5 is. So we can easily say that m equals 35 at this point. So of course your answer is D. So if you liked this video, found it useful, I hope that you'll check out the website at yourgmatcoach.com, where we have other materials, including books and videos that you can look at, and plenty of blog posts and things that can help you on your GMAT journey. And if you like the channel, subscribe. That'll always help us on YouTube. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks a lot.